What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? We're here for week 2. Final week of final game or final game of week 2, game 4. We have MJ's team, Ocha tie the highlight reel OCHS versus Roadside Wildcard Bronze team. I'm Rahul. I'm joined by Nitro and Nigel. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Nigel, somebody on this homeland, all keeping ministry, ex-president, many names, but I'm excited to get this serious.
Current captain, current former captain of my team, and this week as well, and I'm just here to give my thoughts on the series, and it should be, I think, the best regular season game we've seen this year.
Wait, what about the games yesterday? Okay, sorry guys, the music is really loud. Sorry. I turned it down. Okay, let's calm down. The music yesterday, the games yesterday were amazing. I think you guys are underhyping it personally. Speaking of, I agree. This is gonna be by far one of the best games that we'll see. Because both of these teams are extremely strong, right? Like we have crazy hyper carries in both of these teams. We have Yvonne, obviously one of, if not the best AD carry in the whole split, and then we also have people like MJ and Steven who are just like extremely high rank and high success as well in OLS. So going to be a good one to watch out for. What are you guys expecting for this series? Other than it's going to be really hype, because it is going to be really hype.
I want to say I think these teams play very different styles. When I played against MJ's team, it was well. First of all, it should be noted that MJ's team is crazy flex potential with their players being able to play in multiple positions. MJ can play top or mid or jungle or support. Angela can also play jungle or top, and their support Golden Diamonds can flex in the support or mid lane. But from what I understand, they tend to play more towards top side, and they tend to play for early game punishes and map play to get advantages like that, like cheese out some wins. Whereas Yvonne's team is pretty methodical. They tend to draft like tanks in the top lane, facilitator mid, something like an Ahri or a Veigar that can buy space or CC people, and basically things to protect Yvonne, who will eventually scale up to carry the game. I think they have very opposing styles. So I think it'll be fun to see, what type of win con will end up winning out here.
Absolutely. One thing I'm really curious to see is we might see some unconventional picks coming out on the Ocha team. I mean, MJ, everybody, he's become somewhat infamous. Steven as well. I believe that's Steven, right?
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to seeing how the draft will go. Absolutely. I mean, blue side is going to be just completely focused on getting that Yvonne, who is just a beast, accelerated. But Ocha team is much more flexible. It'll be exciting to see what they opt to draft for.
Yeah, these guys are a nightmare to draft against. Which goes free.
Oh, it's impossible.
It's unbelievable. How
I
hard
played
it is.
against them. I thought it was gonna be MJ jungle, Stephen top, and then we prepped a little bit for Golden Diamonds mid, but then it ended up they completely changed their configurations both way too, and we're still very very strong individually and on objectives and things like that. So excited to see if Yvonne's team can bear the brunt of that and having to scale up to be the hyper carry we all know and fear.
Does OO Easy Play still play Rengar?
I haven't. I don't know. I saw him play Jarvan and Pantheon in my series.
He's not a real main.
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, for the way that the team wants to play, it's
Oh, it doesn't work at all. I know.
Yeah.
It would be grief to pick Rengar.
We're gonna start drafting in a second here. I believe it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's Yvonne on blue side. Let's go to draft here. I believe it's Yvonne on blue side. I'm pretty sure. So, and then MJ will take red. Yeah. So Talia ban. Okay. Yeah, MJ's on red. No one else is getting to leave
That's
in.
targeted towards
Yeah.
MJ. Yeah.
No one else is getting to leave in. I mean, except for me, obviously. But what ban do I not get? Am I right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, really, 05 at least.
Oh
Team
shit.
banning you out too. Gotta hold you back sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Sorry, I interrupt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Camille is okay. We're just full targeting MJ.
I do think that's the way that this team can win. I think MJ is a driving force behind the team's macro. He tends to move around the map a lot and come up with really creative plays. So trying to put him on something he's not very comfortable on is something that I think would be the correct way to draft against this team, because I think aside from like MJ's early game shenanigans, if you look at their AD carry Hinyok, he's not as much as it is Hinyok, right, in the AD carry position, or is it somebody else? I think it's typical Wajan, sorry. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's not as much as a hyper carry player. I think he's actually off role in the AD carry. So if MJ is not able to pick up some crazy cheese and the game stays even at around when plating drops, I think Yvonne's team has a pretty good chance of closing out the game.
100%. It'll be interesting to see whether the jungler for Ocha opts to try to.
First pick.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
that is interesting.
I think they weren't. They're trying to make sure that P Fungi doesn't really get punished here. It is interesting to note that MJ's team did leave up the Yuumi, which was considered a strong ban when you're playing against Yvonne's team, because Yvonne can go crazy in the lane phase with the Yuumi.
Also, the Braum ban for they did play it last week, I believe. I think I played Ash Braum and Yvonne dropped like a 20 bomb, like a casual 20
I was
bomb,
in that game. I remember.
Oh yeah, of course.
This be a Zig spot lane. Pax
I like
is
it.
able to get his Ornn. He was completely banned out from his Ornn in his series yesterday, so he's probably feeling much more relieved. He gets a much safer lane. And Ziggs might be a good option in this bot lane.
This is a semi-denial of the Cosmic 7 Fishes Ornn as well. When I played against him, the Yvonne 20 kill game, Cosmic 7 Fish would often drop his own lane to TP bot and set up plays to get Yvonne kill, which I think is pretty interesting. If there's the Yuumi I talked about.
Yeah.
Let's see the pairing it kind of goes with. I think we can either see a Lucian or a Tristana. But Yvonne has a very, very deep AD carry pool, so...
I think I've seen him play almost every single one of them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they let him play for the 4-5. The Jarvan from OO Easy Prey is banned. The other CC pick that I know that he plays is the Pantheon. We're going to see how it comes up here, but I am honestly liking this Orange Ziggs draft. Nope, there's the Tristana. So let's see. A low Easy Prey's jungle pool is probably going to be pinched here on the 4-5. Let's see what he can pull out to help his team.
Shout out Yuumi, probably just locked into the bot lane unless they do some Vagar shenanigans to match the Ziggs. But again, it's gonna be a very annoying lane to play against with the Ziggs as well, right? Like that's the whole idea. You neutralize bot lane and you just try to hope. But something I don't like. Oh god, no. Oh, I mean it's a good counter, but
Steven Cassidy.
We're just. I feel like we're picking 3 scaling picks that can't lane really.
Well, let's see. I mean, they're 4-5. You're gonna need some aggressive lanes.
Yeah,
right?
like I feel like
something to get you through that early game.
It's so hard to like play through any lane. I feel like all 3 lanes are just kind of falling back to scale. Like usually when you see like a Ziggs lock in, when you see an Ornn lock in, you see us a lot in LPL and stuff. It's like okay, we lock in Ziggs and then we just play full top side. You have Bin top lane, Camille just diving tier 2, just not letting them breathe, and Ziggs solo farming. But your Ornn is not breathing this game. He's playing Ornn. He's probably gonna get weak sided as well. And if you look mid, your Cassidy is probably also not breathing. He's a level 4 Cassidy, level 5 Cassidy. So it's a lot of anti-breathing going on.
Oh yeah, this jungle pick is really important
for
MJ. They need something aggressive, and I mean they ban out the Kindred, which would have been a potential option. But you need something that's has at least some dueling potential early. With that's like a Lee Sin, maybe I don't know. Wukong could work here. The thing is, you don't have any lanes really to gank, right? You have your Ziggs playing so far back, your Kassadin's waiting to scale, and your Ornn obviously is the same exact thing. Your option for playmaking is is to play into enemy
You're
jungle.
kind of just
I guess.
playing for support jungle, just completely taking over the entire map and just not letting anyone play the game. Which is hard because then it's not like Blue side has weak lanes that can get abused really easily, right? It's not like you can just gank a Veigar over and over
Whoa,
again.
whoa! What is
I
that?
like it. I like it. I personally don't mind it. I'm telling you, you need some like just explosive, just some mentally ill psychopath kind of crazy that's going on. Because right now you kind of just have 3 passive lanes that you can't really do anything with. So the Pyke adds a little bit of flavor. You know, it's like
Oh my god!
it's like when you cook the
locked in.
chicken and you're like, oh wait, it's completely bad. You just add a little bit of salt. You know, it's like this is save it, but it helps. It helps a lot.
No, that is the OLS classic here in the Zac.
Zac as well. I mean, also you have to notice triple APs on the red side comp. So Zac's Canic value, like his MR value, is crazy. Another sort of tanky champion. Wait, is this Zac
I
or
like
Volibear
Blue
top
side
lane?
draft here. It's gonna be volley top, I think.
It could be both. I've seen Zac
It-
top a bunch as well.
I don't think Zac top is that great.
Whoa,
You can W the
whoa!
combo.
What is this?
Whoa!
Zed
Okay.
jungle,
He's
Zed
cooking.
jungle.
He's cooking. I like this. I like this. I like this.
I think Zed is a
It's
little
good pick
crazy,
there.
but it's not that bad. It's not that bad into that.
You can see the
Yeah,
thought process there, where
like,
this
yeah.
is something that can make some moves early game.
Your only focus is to assassinate 1 or 2 characters in team fights, and that kind of gets that done. So,
He's gonna need a Serpent's Fang for this
The Zed is
Tristana.
locked in.
sir,
Wow, this is gonna be exciting. I haven't seen a Zed jungle in a minute.
I don't know if it's very strong. I feel like
It's not. But I know that MJ used to play it and saw a lot of success on it in Masters.
The thing is, I mean, in isolation, in theory, the Castellan's a pretty good pick with Volibear doing mixed and 3 AP damage sources. But I think the issue you run into with Castellan is there's Yvonne Tristana in the game. And Yvonne is really good at getting resources for himself and being strong. And if this Tristana gets ahead by the mid game, I don't know how much value this Castellan is going to have.
Well, additionally, a level 18 Tristana is gonna have the range to deal with the Kassadin, right? The Void Step or whatever it's called is not, you know, if Tristana's autoing you, one ult is not going to get you on top of her.
So we are going to see have to see how this lane phase goes out. I think Ziggs is a very smart pick. You don't have to work very hard to neutralize the AD carrier against. But and also paired with that Pyke, they might find. Actually, no, I don't agree. I don't like Ziggs with Pyke. I think they both want to do very different things in the lane. Unless this Pyke is just not going to lane. In that case, we might see something different here. But I think they might have overcooked on the draft. Looks like the custom lobby is being remade.
I agree with you, because the thing is, if this Pyke is planning on, you know, moving around with the Zed, what's stopping this Ziggs from getting dove every single time Zac is bot?
And their jungler does have a propensity to just go towards the bot. As I saw in my series, I ganked my bot lane twice and got them 4 kills, but their jungler just camped bot for the rest of the game, and the lead I generated ended up being diminished or even overturned. So, especially with this Zac, you know, Zac, Tristana, Yumi, very easy to set up dives. Zac can tank with passive. It's assuming it is Zac jungle, but even his Volibear jungle with Volibear's ultimate, he can do the same thing.
Oh, really?
One thing I want to note is I actually am expecting it to be a Zac top from Cosmic Fish, considering his role playing facilitators. He's pretty good at finding angles to help out Yvonne, and I think Volibear jungle is probably more suited towards OO easy play style of like bruisers, right? But I could be wrong about that. And I think this Veigar is going to feel just fine in the mid lane as well, even though Kassadin has that AP resist. Both of these laners just kind of want to stay in lane and, you know, farm as much as they can. So while you have a scaling threat on the side of Kassadin, P Fungi on this Veigar pick can silently scale into the game and be a threat of his own. You can, once this game gets to like 30-40 minutes, you wouldn't be surprised if a Veigar combo one-shot somebody like the Pyke or the Zed who are trying to go in, right?
I think also this Zed at level 6 is going to have the potential to do a lot mid, right? it is a very passive lane, but Veigar can be vulnerable to that Zed ult
Yeah.
combo.
It's very hard to actually. I mean, I think Veigar might be able to cage Zed on when he comes out of his R, right? So it really depends if P Fungi is able to pull that off.
I'll be surprised if he can. Then yes, in theory, yes, absolutely. But it's difficult.
And also, if it's NJZ, we can assume he's going to know how to play around Veigar cage timer, right? So there's a lot of things to factor. It's really going to be on MJ and this Pyke to do things in the early game. So we're going to have to see what they're going to be able to do, because I do think if this game goes to mid and these teams are even, Yvonne's team is highly favored to win the game. They have Tristana to keep. They have a Yumi to keep their Tristana alive. Tristana herself has a great repositioning tool that can be reset. You have some big beefy front lines in the Volibear and the Zac, and you have a second easier to operate carry in this Veigar here. And if you look at enemy team comp, aside from Zed and Pyke, I mean, who can touch this Veigar?
You know, I don't think late game Kassadin is going to be able to do way too much against this Veigar, but we'll see.
Who's gonna kill the Zac? Who's killing the Zac with the Caning Worker plus like Sunfire or whatever armor item? No one's killing the Zac either. That's another big problem. This guy just.
So who are y'all favoring in the draft overall? I think blue, because dude, the 5v5 feels very one-sided. If you do end up, you know, having just a full-on team fight, I think it's completely in blue's favor.
It's really going to be on Zed, Kassadin, and Pyke to find some crazy angles.
Kassadin can't really do much though.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going to be a while before Kassadin can do anything, but yeah, I do not agree with the early Kassadin pick. I think it's more of a 5 pick. I know Kassadin is very strong in OLS, but I think when you're playing on this caliber of team, right, you're not going to find the success with it that you might think you will against other teams.
Or it's obviously just a counter pick, right? It's just really good into Veigar because you just kind of ignore his cage completely. That's the idea behind it, but I don't know. I think it's just early game is just extremely difficult to play out. You essentially just have like not losing lanes, but 3 passive lanes.
Is there...
Oh god! It just locked in Yon in the lobby.
Pick, but I don't think it's. It's a P Fungi Yone. Draft triple here as we're getting into the game. Pretty common for the OLS team.
What the heck?
So you said you wanted to talk about.
Hey, actually, it's not common at all. Do you guys know this is the first game actually delayed? Every single game so far I started on time.
That's true.
I mean, both teams are here and active. They're just it's taking a minute.
So all right, Nigel, I have a question for you as a jungle main yourself. Yeah. How would you had this game if you had to if like everything ideally went well, right, and lanes didn't get like smashed or something and you didn't have to alter your pathing? If you're Zed, or like what are you playing towards here in the early game?
So it will be influenced by who you're playing against, right? We don't know whether it's our Zac or our Volibear in the jungle. I think Zed, your earliest kind of window is going to be either, you know, stealing away camps from this, you know, Zac or Volibear with your Pyke if you're able to free him up. I think Pyke might be needed in this bot lane, especially if it's Volibear, once it's level 6. But like I said before, I think the Zed is going to have a couple of windows in the mid lane. If Kassadin is able to just take one trade, then Veigar might be in lethal.
Yeah,
and then on the blue side, otherwise, blue is very, very straightforward, where I don't need to care about my top side matchup or my mid matchup, which is just, you know, they're both doing whatever the fuck they want. It's really just how am I going to make sure that Yvonne gets his lead.
I do also want to note that if it is the Volibear pick, I do think Volibear is going to have an easier time invading and trying to catch out this Zed and trying to kill him in the jungle, because if you look at the lanes, right, I think that Tristana Yumi should have prio into Ziggs Pyke, especially if Pyke has a roam. And I think mid lane Veigar shouldn't really be getting shoved in, especially with the range in the early game. So I do expect if they do have a jungle Volibear, he should have free reign to kind of go wherever he wants.
It feels like all objectives pre 15 to 20 should be just free for blue side, unless, you know, they're just cross mapping, getting like Drake for grubs or whatever. But it's really blue has a lot more agency because these lanes can just rotate much more easily, especially if it's like the Zac top, for example. It's very easy.
Yeah, that's why I think Zach Top is actually a better pick. You know, you're not really looking to hard punish this Ornn anyways as a Volibear, and or rather, like as a Zach, you can kind of go even. You don't have to worry too much about trying to gap this Ornn. And this, I think Volibear can do a lot more to keep the early game even or progress the early game to the point where Yvonne is too much of a threat. We do see in these OLS games, like players like Yvonne or Mello, one of the old OLS players, will find themselves having like randomly like 10 kills by the 15-20 minute mark. And if you do it with a Volibear who's proactive and able to get Yvonne that lead, he can take the game into his own hands. But we'll see if it is the Volibear jungle. I think Volibear jungle Zach Top is better, but we will see. I also think, I mean, despite the situation you're in, you kind of can't let Blue Side get 6 grubs. With Volibear, Tristana, even Veigar on the side lane can do a lot of work to these towers.
Tristana Yuumi is scary with how fast they take towers.
Right, and on the other side, I mean, you have a Ziggs, but I don't think Ziggs can match the pushing potential of both Tristana and Volibear. So
it is going to be Zach Top, it looks like.
Yep.
Cosmic 7 Fish is the top laner, right?
Yes, that is right. So yeah, I was right on the call. And I did see this in the game I played earlier, and it looked pretty Ornn favored from the way my Zach played it, but I'm not sure if that's what will happen in this match.
No, it's gonna be Ornn favored, I swear. Oh. Ooh. Nah, I love
What is Taco Caper on the Ornn?
It's so strong. I got permabanned yesterday. That's how strong it is. So
Yeah.
definitely a force not to be reckoned with.
I think we should just only watch the top lane, double left click his portrait, just keep
Right.
eyes there. This is
Okay,
gonna be a
perfect.
performance.
Honestly, like, the rest of the map is a snooze fest, right? Ziggs, so you might as well just only watch top lane.
If you are choosing somebody to watch, it's MJ though. I'm curious because if Zed doesn't, if he's not able to find, to get something happening earlier on, his Zed pick can struggle a bit, especially with Profane having just been nerfed. It hurts his clear speeds.
Right, I think Volibear should even. I mean, Zed's clear speed already wasn't that high, and I think Volibear should
it
even
was not.
So, I think the Zed jungle pick. I used to play it a little bit. It's kind of. I think right now it's kind of a thing of the past. And I don't know. I just have like playing Zed into these champions is very very hard unless you are able to position yourself in a good way.
Zed is in fact in the jungle, rank 46 out of 46. Struggling a little bit right now.
This is ranked, bro. Honestly.
But it's also MJ, right? Where this guy has a way of making whatever he wants to work.
We will have
It's a
to
question of whether he can do it against Yvonne.
Right. I do think, and I'm not. I mean, I don't know for sure, and it really depends on the AD carry pool and everything, right? I do think the way to beat Yvonne's team, which I guess I will have to put my money where my mouth is next week, is you want to pick a fighting AD carry because Yvonne is a player that will take a fight no matter what. So if you can take an AD carry or draft for a 3v3 that can just auto win the skirmish and force fight spot lane, I think you want to try and finish it, close out the game as soon as you can, play for soul, and I think that's how you win. And I think that this draft is actually the opposite of what I wanted to see from MJ's team because it's very hard to shut down Tristana with this draft.
I agree 100%. The thing is, like, especially if you're having like a Yuumi or something, then you want to get a pick like the Blitz. Pyke is kind of there, right? But then the issue comes in with your Ziggs completely disagrees with what Pyke is trying to do in lane, right?
Very good to follow up on Pyke with Ziggs.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, how Ziggs works, Ziggs with like aggressive support works. Usually it's fine that the Ziggs can just lane by itself and then the Pyke can roam, but like, what lane is the Pyke roaming to? That's the biggest problem. You essentially just have three weak side lanes. You're playing on what's that team? You're playing on Team Heretics right now. Like you just have 3 old weak side players on all 3 lanes, and you have nowhere to play through. And that's the biggest problem.
I do think it's going to come down to, as Nigel said, this mid lane. Then I think P Fungi's ability to stay calm and not overextend in this mid lane is going to be heavily tested with these picks like Zed and Pyke, who are going to look to try and progress their game through the mid lane here with this immobile mage on the enemy
We'll see.
team.
Zed goes for the first strike. Maybe that's good.
Yeah, I think that is better. I think it provides a better scaling damage option in the later stages of the game, which I feel like they are playing for. So we'll have to see. I think Cosmic Seven Fish is a player you want to watch this game. I think he has interesting top rooms, and he should have priority into this Ornn. So we're gonna have to see what he ends up doing.
And we're in.
We are in.
And we're in. I don't think either of these teams really have a good time invading. Maybe Veigar if he starts Cage, but starting Cage on Veigar is usually a very bad idea.
You do have a Pike, but Zed level 1, not great, and especially not your Kassadin level 1.
No, this might be one of the worst level 1 comps I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. It's really disgusting.
Blue team is going for it. They likely are going to spot out this Zed if they decide to push forward. And just a 5-point coming out from the red.
This is like crazy, but there's no exhaust from this Yuumi. I don't know if I agree with that. I think
It would really make you more comfortable into this Zed.
Yeah, the only way the Veigar really dies is if the Veigar or not Veigar, the Dracana really dies is if Zed just one-shots him, but like you can't really when there's exhaust, but there's no exhaust. I mean, it is defensive summoner spell.
It'll still be difficult, but
it's still there. Yuumi shields and stuff, but yeah, not having the exhaust is kind of scary.
I will say though, it is a lot easier for this lane. Like let's say you take a really aggressive trade. If you just want to heal to negate the effect of that trade that you just took and keep lane presence, it kind of allows you to do that. Exhaust doesn't really allow you to do that. So maybe they are trying to pressure this lane a lot.
So notably, if we look at the vision in the jungle, blue side will know when MJ is entering onto his Raptors, but we also have vision for the red side on blue side red buff. So both jungles will be getting information. I'm curious if Zed is really going to opt to path into this Ornn, or if he's maybe going to look for some sort of play on Volibear's red buff.
I do not agree with Volibear splitting the map here on the top side. I think Volibear wants to play for this bot side, so if Zed is able to split the map, it's actually a win for him because Zed does want to keep this bot lane in check, right?
100%.
I don't think
so it'll be interesting to see what MJ goes for.
So I think he's looking.
The thing is, I don't know enough about the Zed jungle if his level 3 is really able to beat out a Volibear, right? You're so reliant on that W cooldown. I don't
think so. He also has first strike.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get first hit, it's very
I do think this Zed is a bit of a disrespectful pick. You do have to hit your spells to be useful, and if you don't hit your spells, you're kind of like in a bad position. We see Cosmic Fish able to win out on these early trades here. Ornn taking a lot of damage.
Oh, trading back well.
Pretty decent.
They both have B shield, right? They're not.
Oh wow!
Hook in. Oh wait, that's like a really good trade.
A bit of a blunder.
Heal is out. They still have barrier. Barrier's also out. They still have the flash. Ignites in. Well, that dies for first blood.
Way!
Wow, and Ron just makes it out. And the Volibear is here now. Let's see if the dive comes through. Meanwhile, Pokekeeper is getting a pretty big chunk. Is he gonna get this W? No, he misses the E. Cosmic Sunfish actually gets the E off, but takes a tower shot.
This Ornn is fully out of mana.
Yeah, both laners pretty much have realistically no kill pry on each other. And
but Zed is hovering here.
It should be noted that Zach still does have the passive.
Overall,
and it looks like the Volibear was able to move over to the bot side.
Look at a really good trade for red team, and then this is way too big of an overextension. Really holding that ignite until the very end, until when the Pike is way too far in, and Yvonne didn't have to use flashes. So Tristana still has flash. He's kind of chilling.
Yeah, I did want to praise Yvonne there for holding his flash, being very patient with it. Even when we thought that he was in kill range, he knew his damage, or enemy team's damage very well, and is able to come out on top with that. This is exactly what we were worried about. Yvonne being able to accelerate this lane and seemingly take over the game. Right now, the gold lead is only constricted to that first blood, but we will see how the game progresses.
Yeah, and that's the benefit of having a Yumi. You have the extra summoner spell. A simple evasion gets gone on, satchel out, and no more of an engage. But again, the Lovers is hovering them, so
And if you look at the, I mean, this Tristana sitting on a pickaxe while Ziggs has nothing. It's very difficult for them to really come out on top in any fight at this point.
MJ is here though. So looking,
I
he's
don't-
going back to his ground, but
Whoa.
oh, flash in by Yvonne. Good flash response by. Oh, good flash response by Golden
Zed
Diamond.
gets? Oh, it goes to
getting the
Ziggs.
kill. Ziggs getting it also is not that bad. I mean, it makes the lane a lot more playable. And Timo Ovation didn't even have to use flash. It was only Golden Diamonds that actually ended up flashing there.
Very
Fully
nice bait
collected.
from MJ's team there. Yvonne, knowing that Yvonne is going to take the jump in and going to punish it. You see the gold lead is about evened up right now. And MJ is looking to take these Volibear camps just as Nigel predicted.
Optics on fish. Looks like he's so low, but he's just kind of going even in these
The
trades.
Ornn.
Never mind. Power Gamer forces a flash out. He's gonna flash auto. Don't do it because he does have the passive. He realizes that doesn't use anything. It just lets the passive go. Let's see if this hook lands on the Golden Diamonds. Oh, Shirk has come out a little early, and they do force off the P-Funk guy flash, but does not end up getting the kill. Cosmic Sound Fish looks for an Ian again, hits the Q, but doesn't really have any way to reach even with the R being available.
MJ is playing for the win cons that we outlined for his team earlier in the game. Or earlier in
Croatian
the
getting jumped on. Good satchel out, but will he get a reset? He does get a reset. Flash finally comes on. Yumi actually was taking that whole time. Flash him over freezing punch, just one shots the Zed.
That was a greedy grub take by Zed there. Ornn does not have prio for him to do that, and his mid laner just finished shoving out the wave. We do see
How do you
Angry Eddie
play
here.
off?
Hook in. There's no jump though, so it should be okay. Oh, the satchel was not good there. Let's see if Yvonne's
Pyke,
gonna get another kill here.
unfortunately-
One more kill again. Wow. Cassidy is here. Yvonne does have jump up. Oh wow. The electric here just comes out with one shot to Tristana. Looks like it will be 2 kills to the Cassidy. I don't even think Zed doesn't even want a piece of this. Tugo Asian, honestly, the real rules in this situation, getting really unlucky. Doesn't even get hit by an auto attack. Just dies to the ignite proc of the Yumi.
I don't even think that is very that worth for Yvonne's team because we see Ziggs is able to shove out this wave. It really depends on if they're able to catch this bot wave or not, which they might be able to, in which case it's not very bad. You see the Pyke hovering around again.
Diamonds, no flash on this Veigar. Hits the Q. Zox does come out. Does the Cassidy and have enough damage? Takes the tower shot. Golden Diamond picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Cosmic Fish looking for. Oh, we really should just keep the camera in top lane because the trades just keep on coming. No one's ever dying, but you know the trades keep coming. W
We'll see,
into
Paco
the
could be
auto
doing
from
much-
Pumpkeeper, and then Zach just picks up his 2 blocks, and it doesn't even matter anymore. He misses the cannon because he autos the minion. You gotta love to see it.
This bot lane wave state is pretty rough.
The thing,
Yeah,
good
I
thing
don't know,
about
it was shoving in.
no, good thing
I
about
thought it was
Tristana
frozen.
is you can never ever freeze on Tristana because of the AOE autos. It's actually impossible to
Oh,
freeze.
this is true.
So
They're probably looking to crash this wave. You have your Volibear bot side. This is where you can kind of get one of those Drakes. Although it might be a little bit more difficult now that this Kassadin actually looking pretty strong.
Cass
Yeah,
is looking strong,
I-
but they could just outright die for probably what they're looking for, I think.
Oh, he does have the level
Glance.
6.
Paulkeeper going up 20% HP, but again, he's just more. He's just gonna live it up. Marvin Evil makes it up here, but gets spotted by a ward. Let's see if he spots the control ward. He's not spotting the control ward. And he still has his top side to clear, so he's probably fine. Zach looks for an E. Paulkeeper crafting in the middle of the lane, and will just get taken down for it. Ah, that
It is
hurts.
a little bit sneaky about the Zac range,
That
right?
hurts.
Keeper probably wasn't expecting that much. of a
Jump
long
in,
range engage.
satchel out. Typical Wage have been really good on these satchels. Well, that was good stun with his E. Does not elect to go for the Q. I just backs off, but no satchel. Let's see if it can live this dive if it goes through. Cassidy is here holding top wave.
I do want to mention a
point
bit of
having
the
got played.
anti-synergy there with the Ziggs and the Pyke. You did see Ziggs go for the satchel out while Pyke was trying to hook. If there was no satchel, Pyke could have hooked him into the tower and it could have been converted into a kill. Though Yvonne does have flash, so maybe not.
It's hard because you hook him in, he might just kill you. It's a problem.
And MJ is here sitting on the bot lane, worried about the dive.
Vaughn's just playing way too far from the Pikey. And yeah, they just can't lane, really. Ziggs is having a really tough time walking up to his minions.
At the moment, yes, but I do think like comparing Yvonne to the typical Wasian here, typical Wasian is doing pretty well for himself in the lane, only down about a wave.
I mean, he's down 1k though. That's the only problem. Right?
Yeah, that's true. The gold does tell a different story. I wasn't where it was that big of a gap.
But then you look mid lane as well. 95 CS Castle is also up 1.5k, so that's a big gap. But top lane as well, 81 CS for Cosmic Sun Fish is up 1.1k as well. So kind of just slowly stacking up this gold lead on blue side.
Exactly, and I do think that while Zed was able to come up with some nice counter ganks and snipes onto, or actually only one of them so far this game, this early game is progressing quite smoothly for blue. The grub denial, I think, is a very important part of that.
Hey, Zed is moving up. Pocket Gamer misses the ult. Good dodge by Cosmic Sun Fish. Still hits the knockup, and Zed is here. Zac passive is up. Let's see if Pocket Gamer accidentally takes the kill. He better not. Meanwhile, Ziggs just gets solo dove in the bot lane. Doesn't even have the TP to match. And yeah, this is the benefit of the Yuumi as well. You can see, Trishana's play, Yuumi's 20% HP. So Yuumi must have just taken the entire tower.
Yeah, so they sacrificed their bot lane in order to deny the 6 grubs. You have your Pyke sitting here, but I don't know if it's worth it. If Trist is really going to pick up 5 plates, nope. Ornn does TP to the bot lane in order to prevent that from happening.
It is unfortunate for the death timing there for Cosmic 7 Fish. I think he didn't need to be pushing up that far with grubs up. I would have just preferred to have him move to the grubs or set up vision to catch out the Zed. A bit of a blunder there. Otherwise, 6 grubs with Tristana, Veigar, Volibear would have been devastating for Roadside, so they are lucky they're able to pick up the 3.
Interesting map moments here. Grubs do go over to red team, but Zac comes bot lane, kind of blocks here, and Tristana's also here. No collector finish just yet. Kind of opposite for Boots and the dagger. Let's see if the Ornn is at all killable.
Yeah, I have to wonder if this Tristana...
No one's matching top.
Okay, they're gonna pick up some plates. I don't think the Ornn can hold this Tristana Yuumi.
Nope. Gauge onto Pocket Caper here. Let's see if the second hop comes in. The second hop is the one you have to really look out for.
Here.
Ult comes in, no exhaust, remember. Shurikens do miss, and looks like Yvonne will pick up another kill here. Pocket Caper flash comes out. Yuumi actually picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Steven looking up for oh my god, a massive chunk onto this Veigar and just gets completely one-shot. Yvonne is really low though, he is at 50% HP. Scasson and Hash Flash is extremely strong. Let's see if they're able to make a play happen here. Pigs do come out, they do spot him. Oh, jump in onto the Kassadin. Kassadin just gets one shot and then Yuumi's just permanently tanking. Yvonne just picks up another kill onto this Kassadin. And
well played by Yvonne there. Very, very well played from Yvonne.
And that Kassadin is actually a shutdown.
Yeah. Now the goal. I don't want to look. He is up 3k just like that. And
oh no.
Yeah, that is something you have to be careful for with this Yvonne
flash
pick.
coming out from Wasian. Oh, okay. Actually, I thought he was gonna live with the flash, but Pyke comes in, finishes him with the ult. A little bit of gold back onto the red team side.
Yeah, but at this point you're scrounging for whatever you can get, right? I mean, this Tristana is going to take over the game now. I want to see this Tristana either. I think I would prefer to see this Tristana mid try to match the Kassadin, slow him down a little bit. But looks like they are opting for Tristana to match in the top lane there. Maybe try to punch this Ziggs and keep him in the dirt. Already down 3k. You have to wonder how this how the bot lane will evolve. Bot lane draft phase will evolve for game 2. Looks like red side does have priority over the second Drake though. But to be honest, I think
China's just like opts to give it, just goes to top wave. Plates are down, so you might be able to get this turret kind of fast. While red team starts up this dragon.
I would have preferred to see oh, looks like they are contesting. Personally, I would have preferred to see a Easy Prey on the top side here, trading for the Herald, or maybe even taking away some of the top camps of the Zed. Zed is a very farm line champion to be ahead. He's already down a farm. Taking away more of those could punish the pick a little bit harder. Instead, we do see one of those classic moments where the jungler's just sat there. Oh,
Zach hits the E onto this Cassidy, but it's so hard for him to kill him ever. Right, Cassidy kind of just R's away. He's 140 CS, so he's very, very strong. Even after giving over the shutdown to the Tristana.
Yeah, but I mean, this Cassidy has a lot to do. Oh, we do see Tristana just walking up in the enemy jungle.
Tristana jumps in onto the Zed, onto the board as well. Oh no, the shutdown does go to the Pike. We see Orc come up with the ult, hits the R onto this Veigar who has flash, uses it now. Let's see if he goes for anything else. He's forward, but Walber's here. Pike gets another kill with this ult. Yumi will probably just hop onto his Walber again, and now Ziggs is in trouble. Oh, never mind, he's good. He's chilling. Oh, easy play.
Should be looking to do Herald here.
Scuttle as well. See what he opts to do. He opts to just kind of go mid and hold his wave mid. Meanwhile, Steven looks forward all in onto the Zac. Zac is healing up so much from these blobs. Endo is not able to cancel them, but Endo's he might just. Oh no. I think that you kind of just have to move away.
That healing is disgusting.
Yeah. Now denying the blobs just makes it so hard for the caster to kill the Zac, and also he doesn't have a finish archer, so the mana problems are big. As Tristana jumps onto the Ziggs again, Flash comes off and kills the Ziggs. We have to wonder, is that Flash even worth it for this Ziggs?
I don't think so. I think Yvonne is getting cocky in these plays. He doesn't even have a source of sustain yet. He's just jumping into 3 or 4 of them and trying to go for a fight, which I do not agree with. Looks like Zac is trying to catch out the Zed here.
We'll hit the Q, but Zed should have W up. He will probably just
Oh, Cassidy is low.
Here. Lulindam is looking for a hook. Will he get the stun? He does get the stun. He probably won't die. Oh my god, he does die. That's just the collector damage.
And this is Yvonne on 1.5 items, guys. This is just going to keep happening. This is why I'm very fearful for these Pike picks. You have to play the early game very, very well. Otherwise, you will just end up getting one-shot by AD carries here.
Pike is not able to do much to break through kind of the Yumi sustain that she provides. Especially once this Tristana picks up a Bloodthirster 3rd or 4th item. Or I guess Blade of the Ruined King is what's been
the choice.
Zac just has no fear. Kind of just sitting in enemy jungle, kind of just going in. But who's going to stop him? MJ looking for a smite here, does not get it. Walber does get the Herald. Zed goes down. Let's see if Veigar's able to be caught by this Ornn. Wow, wait. Let's go, keep going. Looks like he will just die to Golden Diamonds.
Punish. I do like what Yvonne here is doing in the mid lane, just trying to take turrets while the fight does go sour for the blue team.
Jump onto the Cassidy here. We'll see. Oh, he does make it out. The collector not.
This Tristana can just do that. Like, jump in solo. She is a force to be reckoned with at current.
I do want to bring attention to the Tristana gold lead at this point in the game. Can we get a view on that,
I don't want to.
Do we want to bring attention to that?
I don't want to. I'm so scared. I don't want to.
This is what happens when you play against Yvonne's team.
The Cassidy jumps straight into the Tristana.
Immediately shut down.
And yeah, that's 2 kills already. We probably will drop this guy too. He has no R. So Ziggs is TPing in, but what is this poor Ziggs gonna do? Looks like it's just a Quadra. Yep. Oh, Cosmic Spin actually gets his passive prod. Ornn is here, but his whole team's gone. He's by himself.
I do think this was a bit of a cocky draft. Looking at MJ's draft here, the Zed jungle was a bit of a overforce. They have no way to really lock down or get on Tristana. The only option you really have as a carry in this game is the Cassidy, who we are seeing right now is getting absolutely blown up by this accelerated Tristana. We do see the gold lead is coming up to 5,000 gold here, about 2 items.
Flash comes off from the Ornn, but he will go down anyways. No passive, but the Pike Guard misses. Zed is here. He has the first strike. Let's see if he can. Whoa. Camera, come on, camera. Flash in from the Zed.
Make this happen.
Let's see if Steven is able to get this final kill here. This is a big shutdown. Flash comes in. Oh
my god, Cassidy.
This is what I was saying. I like that. Remember that flash that was way earlier? That was way earlier. Was a little bit extra, but let's see. We'll see
And
if
Cassidy
Steven.
does have the blue buff here. He should be
Should be
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And Golden Diamonds is fishing for something here, but again, look at their map. Their map is completely exploded. This is 6K gold lead. A lot of flashing in. Blasco comes in. Oh, he's not able to connect onto this Cassidy. And Marvin the Evil might pick up a kill here. Oh, the Vader gets hooked over the wall. Good R flash from P Fungi. Let's see if he can make it out with that. What is that item? He has Aurelius. He has Aurelius. Oh god, not this again.
I mean, hey, it gets the Ziggs flash there.
Yeah, that's 6
I mean, a lot of
flash.
flashes
Have a
done here, a
finished
bit
death
of a
cap now as
blunder.
well. And don't look at your mana items, please.
Unfortunately, despite getting all those kills on the red side, they do not have the window to get this Hextech Drake. And I mean, if this, if blue team is able to start threatening a Hextech Soul, it's pretty GG.
I mean, I do want to say that Cassidy was able to just brunt force walk down the Tristana and the Yumi there, so there are showing signs of life. This is pre-16 Cassidy, so
No one's there.
Yvonne's team
he's
had
farming
to
pretty
be a little
well,
scared.
and he's also at level 13, so
Yeah.
I think the real problem, unironically, is Zed. Everyone else is actually pretty strong. Like, Ziggs has 2 items, Cassidy has 2 items, Ornn is 6 Ornn, but Zed is extremely weak. Jump in onto this Ornn. Let's see if he's able to kill him. Looks like he will just be able to. Triple evasion actually simultaneously being gone on. Archangels just proc. Tristana was bot lane for a bit, but looks like Confidence on fish. We'll back off. Never mind. He hits the Q, but there's nothing to attach to. Angry Eddie D is back. Zed picks up the kill on the Zac. Oh my god. He gets almost one shot, but Yumi? This is under tower.
The
Bit of a
UBL.
misplay there coming out from DGG Zeus. I don't know why Cassidy's running away. I think that he wins that, but
I think he just wants to protect the base. This base is getting
Yeah,
exploded
that's true.
by Tristana. Even with no Yumi, just the item gap is just too much.
it is going to be on Yvonne to try and close this game out before Cassidy can come online. We do see Cassidy trying to go towards the Tristana there. Looks like
He answers the back. Let's see if he's able to one-shot her. Tristana actually one-shots him back.
Wow.
Can Falcon Gamer against the angle? He hits it onto the Veigar, who does not have a flash, and will probably just die. Digital Ovation picking up another kill here. Again, the Zed is suffering, so maybe you should have tried to give that to Zed, but yeah.
I mean, what is
Still
giving it
has
to Zed
flash
do,
up.
though? I don't think Zed has a really job in this game anymore. I don't think he's ever going to have one-shot potential for Tristana. Tristana should just be able to kill him before Zed even finishes his combo.
Looks like blue team will just start up this Baron. Tristana's 20% HP. I don't know about this one. But Steven does. Wait, Steven has TP. And looks like Golden Diamonds might sniff out something. They see it. There's a word in there.
Oh. This is a flip. This is a flip.
It's a full flip. Ziggs picks up the
Go
trap
to the
Baron.
Ziggs.
But Tristana's just. Wait, Tristana's play. Come here. Oh.
Bit of a flip there. I don't think that they were expecting the Ziggs to take that one, and with that, we do see a sign of life from the red side here.
Oh,
Are able to buy themselves a little bit more time.
With the Baron going over, it looked like he could have went for a fight, but the shot's is full HP just from healing from Yumi and the Doran's blade of all things. So, oh wait, Cassidy is here. He will get the E outs. Oh, looks like he will just go down here.
Yep.
That's a very bad kill. That is the one kill pressure they have on this Tristana. I want to see the blue side move towards this top tier 2 and overforce. They don't really have a lot of good options, the red side on the cross map, because the tier 1s are still up both in mid and bot. So
They're
even
not
though
even
the
able
red side-
to. They're not able to walk up even to Baron up their waves.
yeah,
They
that's
have
what
the Baron
I'm
buff,
saying.
but they're not able to use it.
Pretty smart play, heads up play from Yvonne here.
Marvin the Evil.
Marvin the Evil is cut out.
Oh, the Zed comes out, actually takes him to safety with the pike hook. Trying to flash him into the enemy nexus. Doesn't get a reset just yet. Stops the Ornar, but doesn't actually. Zac goes down first. Sun is still
I
hitting.
think
She
Zac
gets
did a
knocked
job,
up
though.
again. Now is the reset. Cassidy is up though.
Cassidy is now up, but they should be able to get this mid inhibitor, and I think that they might be able to try to pressure the bot inhibitor as well, even though OP probably might be too low for that. I think this overstay might be... No, I think it's fine. Alright.
Goation is here. Flash comes out from P Fungi. They have Baron, they have Cassidy. They could run them down, but Yeah, it's just too hard. It's just too difficult for them to play.
It's unfortunate that Ziggs really is trying to see us as well as he can, but the Tristana just is too ahead. The third Electric Dragon, or Hextech Dragon, I should say, is coming up now, so we probably will see Blue Side get that uncontested. I'm Red Side right now. To be honest, I'm just thinking about Game 2 draft.
It's only a
What can we
6K
do?
gold lead. Casting ults and will not have an ult to get out from the Tristana. Gets
Oh my
really
god,
low.
Angry Eddie.
Heal comes out. Ignite comes out. Barrier comes out. And Tristana's back to full HP. But you got 3 summoners from that, I guess.
I do think that Yuumi is a must-ban when you're playing against a player like Yvonne, who unapologetically will get in your face and will auto you. He will not play like an AD carry. He will play like a mid laner, pretty much. Just try to go in for the all-in. And we see Baroned up waves here. That's the only thing that is stopping Angry Eddie from just walking into the enemy base and ending the game with his own 2 hands.
Volibear moving towards this Drake for the sole point.
He has 3.7k gold. He almost, I mean, if he just has full IE here, or not full IE, full BT here if he wants to go for it.
I do remember hearing that BT is pretty nerfed right now. It looks like he has enough Yuumi. Who heal him with the Yuumi? He might go for something.
He doesn't want to die.
I think the Maw is the better option, yes. Now the Kassadin Wincon is very, very delayed, right? Kassadin's going to need a lot to punch through that.
You're going to need a Rabadons, to be honest. Like, that would be the equivalent.
Yeah.
Tristana
is absolutely under no threat, and I'm very fearful for how Red Team wants to play these fights out. I mean, one thing you can look at is you do have the Ornn on your team. You do have the Kassadin. The Ziggs is going to scale up into a pretty high damage dealer. They might be okay just trying to turtle in their base. They have about 5 minutes of time before they have to fight for the dragon. Marvin the Evil is looking for a pick on the Tristana, but Marvin the Evil is actually lower level than the Tristana.
Get some first strike damage in, but Zed does WA. He'll probably still die. Let's see if the Yuumi Q connects. Yuumi Q does connect, and the kill will go through.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Zed pick here.
Hook onto the Zac when Golden Eye was can't even get that Q because of the Banshees here. The Age of Night, I should say. Are in by the Kassadin, but yeah, what can he do? He's just. By the time he even gets halfway through that Volibear, Tristana's just gonna be there killing everyone. Are in by the Kassadin again, way too greedy. Tristana just one-shots him. Tristana jumps in, no flash, but looks like he will almost kill the Evasion. Hook in! Pike hooks the Tristana into his dad. And yeah, looks like that
this should be game.
Be the end of the game. The Nexus towers are falling. There's a Ziggs, but yeah, Zac's recalling, TPing back. Said cannot really do much. Jump in by the Tristana, goes in for the combo, but yeah, kind of just knocks him away. Typical Asian, no flash as he did use it earlier. Satchel comes in. Let's see if he's able to get the kill on the tower. No, he's not. But yeah, he just has to watch his Nexus fall. 27-minute victory for RWD here. Very, very decisive. Kind of just out of control bot lane plays that kind of just ruined the game.
So Red Side really is going to have to make adaptations to this draft. You can't really, unfortunately, like it sounds weird, but Zed is essentially countered by the Yuumi, right? You're not able to threaten that burst because you're able to ignore whatever support is right there and just focus. But with the Yuumi providing the shields, it's pretty impossible. They shouldn't be getting the Yuumi in the first place. And you need
Zed jungle. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. I was pretty much done. But I mean, you just need to pick something that's going to give you, a bit more agency in the jungle. It didn't work out.
I mean, not even that. Like, I mean, we saw a great counter gang commit from the Zed, right? We did see the Pike being unlocked in the early stages of the game, but I just think that the clear speed of the Zed, part of the strength of the jungle of old when it was meta, was he was able to one-shot the camps and move very quickly with the W to create a farm advantage for himself and be strong, as we see, assassins in the mid lane do. They try to get advantages for themselves and out gold the enemy player. But Volibear was up farm on the Zed for much of the game, I would say. Probably after like the 10-minute mark, maybe even earlier. So the Zed was not really able to push his lead in any way whatsoever, and felt like they were playing with one champion less on the team. I do think that this type of draft doesn't really play towards the strengths of MJ's and as a player. I do think that he's not really able to make a lot of smart catches or plays with this type of scaling draft. And I do want to see Roadside make adaptations to up the pace of the game and try to keep this Tristana locked down. And yeah, as you mentioned, I do think Yumi is a must ban against this Yvonne team. So I do think they might want to drop the Ari ban. Is this a safe pick for P Fungi? But to be honest, P Fungi held himself pretty well this game. You know, he 4-6-4 scoreline. He didn't get caught as much as you would expect him to against a player with the same caliber as Angela or Golden Diamonds, constantly pressuring mid. And this Zach just did Zach things. You know, I think that's what you have to watch out for this Cosmic 7 Fish player. He's always going to be on a champ that is useful. So yeah, the big problem is I think Yvonne being unlocked way too early in the map. I wonder how they can punish this now.
I'm also curious to see how they're going to change, how MG team is going to change their picks in the bot lane. You can't have, misaligning identity between the Ziggs and the Pyke. It just didn't work out as we kind of suspected it wouldn't. Yeah, they have to play for something that's able to contest at least somewhat, even if that's whether it's in the mid lane or the bot lane. But you're not going to be getting your leads in the bot lane most likely, or at least you shouldn't expect to. So you need to be looking, it seems like probably in this mid lane.
Yeah, I think the Camille ban is very smart against MJ. He's not able to affect the map on that Camille support. Same with that Talia. If you look at those two champs, those are his big, roam affect the map champs. And keeping MJ on lock is an easy way for Yvonne's team to close out the victory. And to be honest, I don't really know how you solve this bot lane problem. I mean, you can try to go for something like a Ziggs, I don't know, Ziggs Leona maybe to lock down Ziggs Rel, Ziggs Nautilus. I'm not really sure how you solve the AD carry problem. I think one thing you can do is you can pick because Paco Capo is probably going to be stuck on this Ornn for most of the series, as it is one of his prized picks, and he's not really known to be an aggressor in the top lane. He's sort of just a stable top laner that you know is going to scale and be a tank, right? It is really going to be on Angela in this mid lane to extend his lead and affect the bot lane as best as you can.
Yeah, adaptations have to be done to control this bot lane. It's just so difficult, right? You just have no it's you can't
I'm
fathom
excited for
how you can stop this.
OLS screenshots because I want to. I do believe I have a thread to make.
Points did Yvonne go for this time?
He was a captain.
Oh.
I mean,
Is
if
the
you only
equation
hate-
still a little skewed for captains, or
no. I think it's fine. I mean, what was he praised? A platinum rated jungler. I mean, I think it's just good drafting. This Cosmic Fish guy is, I believe, an emerald rated player. P Fungi himself is silver, and Yumi is emerald off roll. I do
Oh,
think the
no.
level of OLS has just increased as well.
Oh, 100%. I'm very impressed by P Fungi for kind of just holding his own against, a Masters player on a comfort pick.
Exactly. The thing is, he's going to get those comfort picks most of the time. They're not going to go down in the 1-2-3. And Yvonne's a player that's very comfortable going to the 4-5 if he has to, even though he didn't really have to this game. I do think that MJ's team has more in the tank that they can show us, but this is a very strong showing from the bot lane here. That's what I'm talking about. It feels like the game is even, and then 5 or 6 minutes in, something happens, and the game is just flipped on its head.
I have to imagine Red Team is really talking through what their options are here. I don't think we have a lobby yet.
Oh, we do not. We're still waiting, but
It is unfortunate because I did need MJ's team to 2-0 Yvonne's team if I had any hope of making it to the upper bracket, but looks like my team is going to be playing in the lower bracket.
are you locked in?
I'm pretty sure because even if this goes
No.
2-1, right? I mean, I don't know how your
They're both
games
tied. It
flow.
shouldn't matter, right?
Well, the thing is, if MJ's team is 3-0, if they manage to get a 3-0, then everybody else in the group can go 1-2, right? And then I have to win against Yvonne's team. And then everybody else goes 1-2, then I can maybe win out in the tiebreakers. But if Yvonne's team ends up going 2 wins here, actually no, I guess MJ's team could lose. No, it doesn't work like that because no matter who wins between Jung and MJ, somebody's going to be 2-1 as well. So there's going to be 2-2-1 teams and 2-1-2 teams, assuming I win. So that does sort of lock the standings, I do believe.
And for people wondering about the format, how it works is, as you guys can see up here, the top 2 teams from each group advance to an upper group, and the bottom 2 teams from each group advance to a lower group. So how that works is, say Yvonne and MJ top the group, they both are place 1 and 2. They will go along, and then say, since the standings are as they are right now, JB, Roaster, Jurosol, MJ, Yvonne will all go into an upper group. Scoop, Charles, Kyle, Nitri will all go into a lower group, and everyone from the upper group goes into playoffs, and everyone in the lower group, 2 people are eliminated from the playoffs. The bottom 2 and the top 2 are in playoffs.
Oh, they're drafting. They just haven't given us the link.
Yeah. Hopefully we get the link soon.
Well, I'm expecting to see the Yumi ban. It'll be curious to see if they also opt to ban the Tristana or what they really felt like the issues were that game. Oh, we are into the draft. Wow.
Okay. There. And then I'm assuming it's Paco Caper / MJ team on blue side because they picked Orn, unless there was like a steal away pick.
Wait, why is there a Talia ban? No, I think it's
No, they stole away the Orn, and it's Steven on the Fiora in the top lane right now.
It is MJ's team opting to go for the red side, and that is a Lucian denial.
Wait, and red team stole away the Veigar?
Wow.
Huh. The Ari ban stayed.
At least I think it's
The Yumi ban is in. The Tristana ban is in. I think the Vel'Koz is supposed to.
Is it Lucian mid? What is this?
Okay, so it's apparently Lucian ban Seraphine pick. Yeah.
So there's a Varus Seraphine bot lane and the Veigar denial. So P-Fog guy's pool. Let's see. I don't know really what he has left here in the tank.
MJ's team really needs some frontline here for their last R5.
There's going to be a Woe Easy Praise Jarvan. Oh, it is the Vel'Koz. Sorry, that is the Vel'Koz for P-Fungi. That was his other champion pick that I was able to scout on the op.gg. Let's see what AD Yvonne goes for here. I did see him opt for a Nami pick, or Kaisa pick earlier with this Nami. I don't know if this is this is an okay Kaisa game, I guess. Smolder!
Sure. Well, now I feel like this kind of opens things up for the red team. You have a AD carry who's not going to have as much agency until around that 25-minute mark. Probably earlier if it's Yvonne, but still. And you have a Lucian who has a fairly strong... Or no, it's Seraphine. Seraphine Varus in the bot lane.
It is going to be MJ, I believe, on that Vi based on the Diana hover I just saw.
I like the odds of the Ocha Tide team much more this game.
We have to see what this Jarvan can get done in this lane, but the thing is, I don't know what lane Jarvan really plays for this game. Fiora has parry, Veigar is
I have an inkling. I think I have an idea of which lane he should play
I know, but to be honest, I'm looking at Vi, Seraphine, Varus. I think it's winning against Jarvan, Nami, Smolder. I would think.
Yeah, it is.
So this is exactly what I said on the cast. This is what I think they do need to draft and try to close out this game. Wait a minute. So is it Paco Caper Veigar?
Yeah.
Wait, guys. It's Paco Caper Varus.
No.
Huh?
I just realized it's Pocket for Varus. Oh my god.
No way. No way.
Alright, you're putting this guy against Yvonne?
You're putting Pocket Keeper against Yvonne? Wait, no, it can't be, but it might be.
I think it's
It's
just.
not, it's
I
not.
think this is Cup Paco Caper Vagar.
I agree. There's no way.
Dude, he probably doesn't even own Vagar. Can I scream?
Well,
he's
I
in
just
the room
wanted to
next
see
to me.
that
Can I,
he's a gamble.
wait, should I just go run? I'm gonna run and see. I'm gonna run and ask. Wait, why is there only 4 people? What is this lobby? I'm gonna run and ask him what lane he is. I'm not kidding. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know.
Interesting draft here. They are playing for better lane matchups all around. I do think 3 lanes, aside from maybe the Vagar into the Vel'Koz, are winning for Redside. This is a bit of a flip from what we saw in the previous game, but I do think this is what MJ's team needs to squeak out a win here. However, it should be noted, if this Smolder is able to get the same lead that he was on the Tristana, then there's not really a hope of scaling into this game any longer. Yeah, I guess
It's
you
more
do have the...
difficult to do it on the Smolder, which I think is all they can really ask for at this point, right?
Yeah, that is true. Smolder is, I think he actually is a little bit weaker on the patch, if I'm not mistaken, compared to the previous iteration of the Smolder
Oh, yeah.
we've seen before.
They gutted
And,
him for Worlds.
Yeah. And I guess the thing is, they have an option with the Vagar to try to go for a cheeky one-shot.
Well, you have Vagar Cage Seraphine ult, right? I think
Yeah,
the Seraphine may be forcing the Smolder to go cleanse. Potentially.
I think
Which
I would
helps
like
as
to
well.
take that here. Yeah, I mean, this is I think this is a hard draft to pull off for Yvonne's team. This is a great punishing draft from MJ's team. Great adaptation. I don't really know. They could have asked for much else.
You also have a really strong top lane matchup. Which is another thing that MJ is going to be able to play for.
Exactly. This should be a little bit more of an entertaining game than before. I would have liked to see Yvonne on something like a, I think,
I don't like the Smolder here.
I don't like the Smolder pick. I think he has better, I think like a Sivir would be pretty nice here. His Xayah was left up, even though I think Xayah's a little bit of, actually no, I think Xayah's a great champion here. You can,
No, well, Xayah is just really, really bad on this patch. Like,
yeah,
really
the
bad.
one was pretty bad. Callista probably could have been fine.
Callista's hard into a Vi, is the one
That's
thing.
fair. I mean, to be honest, a
know.
lot of carries are hard into this comp. I don't really know, like what on the patch is strong that he could go.
I could have been okay with like an Ezreal or something, to be honest.
Hello?
Israel Nami sounds awful though, but maybe not.
Maybe, but the range helps. Yeah, it's a difficult. This is the exact draft that Redside needed to go for, where you have to get Yvonne wondering, okay, what can I make work here? No matter what, his life is going to be difficult, and they do just opt to go for this scaling pick, believing that they can weather the storm into this Vi. But really, we'll have to see if that's how it works out. And in the meantime, you are going to have this Fiora presumably able to really stomp this matchup. I mean, this time, Steven is very comfortable. He spent an entire season named Fiora King. Maybe he still is Fiora King in Discord. He loves this pick. And Ornn is an excellent matchup for Fiora. And once again, the draft falls through. These guys are really struggling.
Yvonne has a hard task ahead of him this game. P Fungi can maybe act as a secondary carry. Did we get a confirmation on where Paco Caper is going, Rex?
Hello? Hello?
back.
Can you hear me? I can't hear
welcome
you.
back.
Can you repeat the question?
I said, did we get a confirmation on where Paco Caper is heading?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear that. I don't hear that.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I will not leak any strats. I cannot leak
Oh,
anything
okay.
legally. It is spicy,
guess
but
we-
I will not leak anything. Unfortunately.
Okay. The thing is, though, if this red side comp does get behind, they don't really have a lot of avenues to play front to back and play a slow game.
That late game where you got your Smolder with the Ornn items, Vel'Koz scales pretty well, and Nami just augmenting this Smolder even further, it's going to be super difficult. Even if you're ahead, by the time that Smolder really gets accelerated, it's hard. So MJ is really going to have to play aggressive here, try to force these leads. I think particularly in the top lane is where his best options are going to be. And we should expect to see 6 grubs going over to the red side. That should be a really high priority objective to get this Fiora to become a huge threat on the sidelines.
I'm gonna be honest. I do not like the Jarvan here at all. Jarvan has a hard time getting onto champs like without proper positioning. Fiora can dash out of the cage. Vi can dash out of the cage. Lucian can dash out of the cage.
Seraphine.
I think this is just a comfort pick for.
Just remember, guys, it's not Lucian, it's Seraphine.
Oh right, it is Seraphine, so that makes it a little better. But
additionally, Jarvan is not going to be the one to answer this Fiora. Fiora will, especially on a player like Steven, he'll always be able to parry the EQ combo, right? You can just buffer it, put it behind you, always hit it.
Well, ideally, what would happen is Jarvan would just R.
Fiora has Q.
That's true. Yeah, I think it would have to be Jarvan R and then Fiora Q and try to catch Fiora when she's Q. I guess I don't know. It's kind of hard as Jarvan.
It's definitely really difficult.
I like the traps that were laid here in the draft. However, I do think that if Lucian was up, I would have just liked to see Yvonne pick the Lucian with the tsunami. I don't know when it was told that it was Seraphine ban.
They opted to go for Vel'Koz Nami. It wouldn't have mattered.
I think Lucian Nami runs over this enemy comp. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Lucian Nami should dunk on Varus Seraphine, and
I think other teams should be taking notes that Vi Seraphine is a great way to deal with Yvonne. Guaranteed hitting that the ult, really.
I mean, we'll have to see how they executed this game. Yvonne's a player who,
yeah. He knows. He's well aware is the thing.
Yeah, he's very well he's very good at playing at the edge, and he takes fights with the confidence that he will win, and he is able to bait his enemies just by making it seem like they're about to win, like we saw in that level 1, right, where Ziggs Pike engaged. Very
Figure
weird.
out since Yvonne started. What's the answer? How do you stop this man from absolutely demolishing you in your games? And nobody's really found the solution yet. He's just an excellent player.
I think the draft is the best thing that MJ's team can come up with right now, so let's see if they're able to execute on it in 3 minutes.
Excellent adaptation is really the conclusion that I have from this draft.
Hopefully we have a series on our hands.
Hopefully. I think they have pretty good odds to do it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I like red draft much more this game. That is provided they are able to get the ball rolling in the early game.
Yeah, they can actually play the early game now. Now they have winning leads, right? So the Vi becomes a lot more useful, and obviously now you have a much stronger side lane than last game. That the AD character Yvonne can't really deal with. Last game we had the Cassidy, but realistically Yvonne could just not 1v1 because the Yumi was there, but 2v1 the Cassidy the entire time. But it's really hard to match a Fiora, especially as something as a Smolder. Like, you can't really kill this Fiora that well. Like, it's hard to space, even if you space it perfectly. It's really, really hard, especially if there's minions around. So we'll have to see how that plays out as well.
I think Smolder Nami might not actually be that bad because Smolder kind of plays like a caster,
the lane
right?
itself is fine. The combo itself is fine. It's really hard to like match a Fiora. Like, who's matching this Fiora in like the mid to late game? Maybe Vel'Koz can have enough damage, but it's just so hard to pull.
Always consistently be able to pull 2 people, probably.
Yeah.
Unless, Vel'Koz is there. Vel'Koz is the one thing where he might have the wave clear to deal with it.
It will be. I think a lot of weight will be on P Fungi here in the mid lane to see what he can do with this Vel'Koz pick. I think Vel'Koz is pretty winning into Veigar from how I understand the matchup should go. Somebody can correct me in chat if I'm wrong, but you are outranged. You do a lot of damage, and yeah, I think P Fungi is going to have to be a pretty nice stable secondary carry here for Yvonne's team. I think I would have liked to see like a Pantheon instead of a Jarvan for the Easy Prey here. to be able to sort of fight this Vi in her jungle and act as like a, I don't know, secondary damage source. But maybe Jarvan's alright. We'll have to see. I think Smolder Jarvan is strong. It's just not that strong into this team, maybe.
I think, yeah, the Jarvan in general can be like a pretty good pick here, but it struggles when you have a scaling AD carry like the Smolder.
Right.
You know, you're not expecting to really dominate that lane in the same fashion that we saw in game 1.
Looks like we are loading into the game. Excited, and I'm interested to see how level 1s will go. Yvonne's team did opt for like an invade, but they kind of fizzled out here. Now with the, I mean, Jarvan's pretty bad level 1. So
Prefers to start W is the
on
thing.
the Varus. Okay. Let's see if he can really strut his stuff here on the Varus.
Ready? I'll spoil it now. Ready? You guys ready? Just watch what I do.
We saw.
No. Just wait.
There's more.
There's more. Sorry, keep pausing accidentally.
It's gonna be a lane swap or some shit.
Just watching.
Veigar Seraphine bot with Varus mid.
Just watch. Let me do this. Let's go Fear on top.
Yeah.
It is the Varus mid.
Interesting.
It's the Varus mid. Which I heard, I was like, what? So that's why I was gone for a little bit, because I had to give him some Varus pointers, you know what I mean? But
oh, so we're getting bias here is what I'm hearing.
I gotta hook my guy up, bro. What if he plays Varus in my game? I gotta make sure he performs. This is my game. It's like his tryout game. You know, I gotta make sure how he plays, so I know if I can let him play any carry.
So
I can kind of see a world where Varusar into Vi can be pretty good, but I don't know. I don't really like Vi Varus as a 2v2, whereas Jarvan Vel'Koz I think is actually pretty strong as a 2v2.
100%. I think really, as a consequence of you are putting your Veigar Seraphine, which is a relatively passive lane, it's going to be a lot of pressure on this Fiora to put in the work.
And now I think Yvonne has a easier time in the lane. I don't think Veigar Seraphine can beat Jarvan, Smolder, Nami.
It's kind of a handshake.
Yeah.
At least it should be. I mean, Yvonne takes these handshakes and absolutely dominates them sometimes.
So they will know that the Jarvan is starting on his red here.
P-Funk guy cannot say that, by the way.
What did he say?
Oh. It means like I fuck your mother.
Oh my God, I see it now. I understand. I'm a psychopath, so if I'm Jarvan, I just level 2 here, but I don't know. But the thing is, they're pushing.
Here we go, Weishin playing whole under tower. Oh my God. Really does not want to walk
if
up
Jarvan,
to this guy.
They will know if the Jarvan go for this level 2 because they have vision on his Raptors. MJ's smart enough to recognize that that's the case.
Guys. I haven't put the game yet. Oops.
You see a little bit of a slower lane here. Paco Keeper is actually winning out on these trades against Loka. Smolder Nami is heavily out trading the Veigar Seraphine in the bot lane here.
I'm getting nervous.
I'm kind of nervous for the top lane as well. We already see Steven with a hefty CS lead. The wave is crashing into Ornn, but I don't know how well he's going to be able to survive the brunt of this Fiora.
It's honestly not that bad for bot lane. They're saying similar CS, and then obviously, because Veigar starts the extra pot, but they're even pots and everything, so they're kind of fine here. Both of them have healing. Both of them save summoner spells except for Barrier for Boulder versus TP on Veigar. So they're kind of vibing. And the problem is, if they're vibing too hard, it is slower, so you will get out of hand, but we'll see how it goes.
Meanwhile, as we expected, Fiora is heavily winning out here in the top lane. I think Jarvan can try to cover this, to be honest. Fiora is walking up kind of disrespectfully.
Heck.
Now, it looks like Fiora's going to reset and go for a TP. Warren gets most of the wave, so it's actually not as bad.
She doesn't even have to TP, I don't think. She just walked away here. Yeah, she's going to opt to walk. Warren is going to try to push his top wave in while Ballin looks for some cheese here. Only Diamond's walking up with the E and the Q lands both onto DGG Zeus. As Vi makes her way down to the bot side. We're going to bot's metal. He's still up. J4 hasn't gone to go for it yet. This Var is also extremely scary because you're a very mobile mage, right? You're a very I guess not mage because you're not literally a mage, but you do play essentially like a mage with this Vitality build. So it is a very scary place for him to exist, but we will have to
That's
see.
why I personally, if I'm Jarvan here, I'm looking mid as often as I can. But Paco Caper's doing well to not really overstep in the lane right now, and I think P-Fungi is not being able to manipulate the wave to get him to step up. So this looks like it's not an option.
Yes.
This is what I hate when I see players pick Jarvan. I think you have to be a lot more proactive on Jarvan. You can't really go even CS as a Jarvan player, or you're kind of playing. You're not really utilizing the champion strength well. Oh my God, DGG Zeus
Looks like it
overplaying
will
his hand
just be
here.
first blood to his Fiora. Holy.
The bot gank is going to fizzle out. MJ is there for 3v3 if they look for it, but the ward stops the gank, and this is looking pretty dire for blue side right now. This is not the early game they're looking for with this Jarvan pick.
No, Veigar gets TP
Right,
back
so-
as well.
The grubs should be, as I said when we were in the draft, the grubs are going to be extremely high prio here. And now that Fiora already has that lead and MJ making his way up 45 seconds until the spawn, it's seeming pretty guaranteed. The real question is, will they get the second spawn for free? Look at that. Pac learned wave states. He's holding the freeze.
Yeah, what?
He did it.
He did it. Let's go.
He's holding the freeze here. P-Fungi is a little bit exposed, but looks like Vi is not really interested in the blood clots for now.
15 seconds
Looks like
on these
P-Fungi
grubs.
just needs to try and hard shove this wave and get a reset. But it's not going to happen. Paco Caper holding the freeze very well, actually.
Notably, this Varus does not have TP, while the Vel'Koz does. So I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen after this back.
Marvin the Evil looking to punish this Ornn here. Comic 7 Fish is a player that does like to fight.
Not
Nice
bad
TP.
from this Veigar.
Veigar surviving. Wave is not the
this
best.
crazy. Oh no.
It shouldn't be too bad
Oh.
because that wave cannot freeze.
Oh, he
But-
doesn't freeze it.
No, he can't freeze it. It will just slow push away.
Because he wants to stack, yeah.
So that's that. The minis were just way too low HP for that to freeze. Varus does take his first back. He does not have TP. He does opt for the barrier, which is honestly fine. I don't really think you're focusing too much on, saying, trying to play for wave manipulation and black backing on a freeze and stuff. You're kind of just trying to live. And
He's doing a nice job
Barrier
for
is
himself
nice.
on this Fiora, but this is what I noted about the player.
Angry taking a Q to the face from the Veigar. But there's 4-man moving here. Let's see if they're able to make this dive happen. J4 is level 5, Vel'Koz is level 7 though. J4 does not have E for 6 seconds, 5 seconds. They will spawn him actually. They have
There's
all
level
spawn
6.
except for the TP, and they will make it out. They actually make it out, so a lot of wasted time for blue team. They deny one cannon wave, but wait, Ornn spot as well.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This player,
Five?
Comic 7 Fish, whenever he gets behind in lane, will just look for the random lane gank bot.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
now that
Fior's
there's-
TP against freezing against him. What can Ornn do?
I think if you're the Jarvan there, you really need to be willing to just
Holding.
do your EQ flash.
Does hit on the Veigar, but let's see.
Smolder no mana.
Flash, flash from the Nami forces out both flashes, but I still don't know if that's worth it. Popkeeper getting gone on. Let's see if the B5 does take out the the Q hits. The geometry is geometrying, but Popkeeper it's just too healthy, especially with the barrier as well. You know the true damage is not enough. Ornn TP's top. Let's see if Vi's able to get this dive off here. Ornn needs
The Fiora
W-
needed to try to crash this wave earlier.
Arm of the Evil. Okay, the ult comes out now, and Arm of the Evil should be able to finish it off. Does he die? I think that he does.
He does
go
not, he does
down.
not, he's dead.
That's still probably worth for the red team here, but yeah, that's just diving
Many
Ornn, right?
minions.
Diving a full HP Ornn is just so difficult.
And that's right as he TPs back to lane after getting nothing.
Yeah.
So I mean, look at the farm advantage of 50 in the top lane.
Oh god.
Not even-
Popkeeper now is in trouble. Flashes and barriers, and actually makes it out.
Can we see how much gold this Fiora is sitting on?
Sir. Yeah, has
Oh,
he has 2.8k. No flash onto golden diamonds here. Looks like he will just go down to the terminal. Again, I'm hitting a lot for not very much. So, oh no, not anymore. I guess population walks up.
He's okay. He's okay.
Big chunk.
Smolder's not in a position to follow up.
Yeah, looks like. But he
Full
is
buy
forced
on
to back
Fiora.
now,
Full buy on
though.
the Ravenous.
He is forced to back though. One guy picking up a couple extra honey fruits just to stay in lane, and the map is just completely split on the side of roadside. What is it? Roadside wild hogs or something like that. Something like that. But yeah, a lot of damage onto this bot side tower as well. We are looking for more plates here.
Just the Smolder.
I mean,
Well, but we do have Grubs coming up in 45 seconds. Vi should be thinking of making her way up there, but maybe you just judge that the Fiora has enough pressure to deny the Jarvan from doing it at all. We'll see. Or maybe he just decides he needs to bail out this bot lane, who potentially is getting dove again.
Speaking of, if Fiora's getting on, the W does not come out. Where's the parry? Wait, do you not have
Great
parry?
CC chain from Ornn. I think Fiora overestimated her health bar there. And
He
that,
did parry the Ornal.
Ah, nothing was parried. He just kind of died. And then Smolder
maybe it was on cooldown. Maybe he used
recall
it to
as
shove the
well.
wave.
I'm
That
gonna
is very
assume
bad.
that was the case. But she has Flash as well.
Nothing was used.
I mean, what is she flashing there though? It's
Ornn.
not really worth it.
It's not to the Ornar, because the oh, let's see. Oh, Big Fang just get gone on. Let's see if Marvin Eagle does put the ult out. The Varus ult connects and just finally picks up his first kill of the game. Might be his first kill of the
They
series,
should
I'm not gonna lie.
There you go. Now they actually are able to get the Grubs because the Vel'Koz just walks up too far.
We'll see. J4
Fiora's
is
on their way
here.
back.
They still have not
Should be
spotted
able to
him
get
yet.
6 for red team.
I think Owowi should probably just cut his losses and go to the dragon here.
Seriously.
Marvin Evil is kind of low here, but we'll see.
I don't think the J4 just has the damage to get both of them. Okay.
Oh, J4 actually walking up now. Smite actually still goes to the. Wait, he doesn't have Smite. He doesn't have Smite. I don't think. TP coming in from the Vel'Koz here has no flash. He probably will just be taken down here. Oh, maybe he'll take one with him. Nah, he does. He does.
It goes down.
Yeah, MJ does go down. The Pawn Keeper is still very dangerous position here. We'll maybe go down to the J4. Yeah. So J4 has ult back
That
up,
was
and
unnecessary, I
bot lane
think,
is
but
just completely zoned. They can't play the game anymore. Oh, Namion comes in. Veigar flash is forced. Serpent does not have flash back up just yet, and the Smolder flash barrier is also forced off. So
Check.
Also, make note of the CS in the bot lane, much less even than it was before. Yvonne, one way or the other, is trying to get these bot lane leads. Tower should go down here as well.
You know how many stacks this Smolder has?
How many?
I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know.
it's
Personally.
109. So it doesn't have
109.
the 125. Yeah, that bounces back. But oh, Marvin the Evil is here. Does not cancel the J4 ult. Actually steals the objective though. Veigar's TPing behind. Let's see if Fiora's able to get this reset. Oh, good! Beautiful Q flash from Fiora. And Yvonne has some subs. And he's there, able to finally lock him down. Turn goes over the Fiora, and they just completely clean up the Fiora and the Vi.
Quick on the punch there. Marvin the Evil is able to catch the Jarvan unawares. He is trying to EQ to combo the Vi, but I think at this point in the game, especially with the Sundered Sky, the Vi is too tanky to be taken down by that sort of engage. Cosmic Stonefish left in the top lane to try and overcome the CS gap, but really great fight from the red side, which puts them comfortably in the lead. I'm not sure who deals with this Fiora on the sides.
2 items. Also, baseline ults. Everyone had ult on red team, and no one had ult on blue team. As J4 looks for, or being looked for another play here, has the R, but no flagging direct because he did just use it. Another kill goes over to the Veigar. Meanwhile, Fiora is getting gone on by this Boulder, who's 3 levels down. And also, Fiora has 2 items, so he really can't match. And yeah, that's what I mean. Even with the spacing, if there's ever minions, you can't really play the game. And yeah, he's just forced to walk back on watching Fiora farm. Maybe MJ will go for this. He just let the Q flash, and he just takes it!
Wow. Oh, Fiora goes down!
They do lose one, but wait, can they lose another here? Is the question. The Ornar comes in. Varus does dodge the Ornar here. He does not look for an R of his own, but they will settle for the Herald. And out of all that, you get another kill onto the Smolder, and the Fiora kill just
No,
goes
the Nami
over.
picks it up.
No,
the Nami picked up the kill.
They get the kill on the Smolder, but the
yeah.
Nami gets the kill on the Fiora. Sorry.
Yep.
That's my fault.
No,
Oh,
you're
actually, first strike is proc. Let's see if he's Bulbasaur. He does not wish to pursue that any further. He is going for the Roa build on this Veigar here. Much more.
I mean, this is the point in the game where blue team has to navigate this map state very, very carefully. They cannot allow Vi, Varus, Fiora to introduce enough chaos into the game where this almost now 4k gold lead, 3.5k gold lead spirals into a game lose, right? Smolder is still very strong in this game, especially compared to the Veigar. They do have a win con. They just kind of have to ride it out. If I'm blue side this team, this game, I'm just trying to play slow. I'm okay giving 1 or maybe even 2 dragons, buying yourself that time to get Smolder Smolder big, and you know, trying to fight on that 225 stack mark where Smolder really shines as the champion.
Seraphine does get combo done. But Varus is actually getting engaged on here. Has the flash and the barrier. Flashes and barriers. Does he look for an R back? He does actually R before he flashes there. Has to use both Psalms, but J4 ult is used.
Paco Caper doing a pretty good job for himself in the lane here. We do see P Fungi's Champo getting pinched onto the Vel'Koz, and he's not really able to punish Paco Caper's Varus mid.
Fiora needs to move down to the bot lane. Pressure the next tower, the other tier 1.
I think it's fine if she might just even pressure the tier 2. I mean, if you look at the way that the map state is, you have Yvonne trying to pressure mid, and you have the rest of the team trying to pressure bot, right? So Ornn can't really match her in sides, and if Fiora would rather take the tier 2 and really open up the base, she's going to be a constant side lane pressure, and right now nobody is moving to this Fiora. Oh, the Ornn has finally moved.
Yeah,
It's like she will move to the mid turret now.
Asking to get engaged on, but they don't want to. They just want to get the mist tower. They're dropping the Rift Herald. They should be able to get that down. Fiora is taking blue buff, but Ornn is just TPing in front of him. Looking for a play onto both the carries. Team both the play with no flash. TP does come in from the Veigar to hold this, but okay, it will just be 2 kills for TP. Let's see if anyone's able to match his top side though. Yuan does hit the 125 stack point with the bouncing Qs. And the entire team as a 5-stack moves up top here. Fiora should be able to get out.
Play. I honestly think that was a heads-up play from the Ornn. I mean, Fiora can't really stop him in that position. And Jarvan has the slows here to keep the Fiora stuck here. Great Q from P Fungi.
Oh, that's it. Wish to engage. Let's see if they get a reset. No reset comes in it. Marvin Evil will probably also go down here. And yeah, it is just 2 kills over to Luthi and a 500 gold shutdown to the Smolder.
This is exactly the fight that they were looking for. Exactly the fight they were looking for.
I think that was an excellent play from the Ornn, and the second that Fiora finds the Ornn TPing, she has to recognize that she's not going to be there in time for that fight and just play for the tier 2. And then she realizes it too late and ultimately gets caught, causing also MJ to die.
Need to get a kill back onto P Fungi, but it's not enough to win. Yvonne looking for this mid tower here. Fiora TP'd already. Wants to go in onto this Nami, who's actually being blocked by her own J4. Gets the flash from the Nami. Double Vel'Koz E forces 2 flashes from the J4, who flashes himself. Oh, Varus ult. Oh, just goes wide. And they don't have their Vi here. Their Vi just got here. Ornn's behind them?
Wow! Wait, this Ornn is crazy!
And it looks like it will just be a complete sweep. Yvonne actually starts taking tower here. Only 2 lost after all of that. MJ living
Or even in gold.
Bar. Oh, looks like they will just get this dragon as well.
I'm curious, the Ornn didn't have TP. I'm really curious how he found that flank. That was very well played.
He's like, I don't even know. He's like walking. Let's see Gumayushi Q. Oh! Oh, the comment almost got it actually. Are the Evil looking for a play here? He gets spotted. Good play onto P Fungi. Will be taken down unless a flash. Let's see if they're able to get any more from this. No, they're not. Actually, MJ's really fishing for more. This might be a little bit of an extension. No flash on this Nami. Oh wow, I don't mind. It's just a free kill. And Fiora in the meanwhile is pushing top wave. Smolder got the mid wave shoved in, so a little bit of damage will go on there. Wild use as well.
Honest, looking at the map state, I think this is worth play for blue side. Think about it, right? MJ can't really pressure for the soul with the way the drags are now. Drag stacking is in favor of the blue team, so he's going to need 3 of those, which buys them about 15 minutes, even if they have to play on the back foot. And looking at the gold lead, they don't really have to play on the back foot. It's like 1.5 at 20 minutes is not a lot. I mean, it's gold lead for sure, but it's not that much of a gold lead.
He used into this Fiora, whose ult does get used, but doesn't want to commit for any more. Kind of a waste of an ult. And yeah, well, I know something could be up, so at least the push in advance. Fiora meanwhile just taking all these camps as much as he can. Pocketkeeper getting a tower of his own. While there's actually an ult coming in onto this Veigar, big ult by the Seraphine onto the 2 people who could actually follow up on that Ornn ult. Let's see if Golden's able to clear this wave though. Oh, there is a snare onto the Smolder, and Smolder's already at 225 stacks. People Evasion gets flashed on, big blast code, and Oaisby has no flash to escape. Meanwhile, Fiora is solo diving this Vel'Koz, who is half HP, but not kill threshold at all, especially with the tower protecting him.
This is what we were talking about in the draft phase. Vel'Koz is able to clear the waves to sort of disincentivize the Fiora dive.
Now let's see if MJ is able to cancel his Smolder recall, which he is. Fiora has a flank angle, but he is spotted.
Smolder is getting to the point where he's
Pocketkeeper got a full tier 2 as well, bot lane. He just kept pushing.
Wow, he did.
I mean, heads up play from Pocketkeeper really
honestly, he's probably up gold now. He's up 1.5k gold than any mid laner. The Smolder is kind of one more is Fiora, who does his parry before the Nami ult, and he will be taken down.
These are the environments where Yvonne really thrives as a player. He wants to create these random skirmishes that you're kind of like, what the hell is this Smolder doing up this far? And then you realize he just takes the fight because he knows he can win it.
Oh, it does land, but maybe walks him a little too far. Baron comes out. Yvonne does get full comboed, but he does not have the flash actually. Whoa, he does get the kill. Another kill onto the Veigar. Another one. Sorry, I'm just saying another one. 3 dead. Let's see if they're able to go for a Baron play. Fiora does have the TP. Marvin the Evil looking for this Vel'Koz, who does have the flash. You see him able to flash the Q. Not able to flash the Q. Does hit the E. Flashes now. Looks for the ult. Does get hit by the Seraphine ult and gets taken down. Fiora TP's mid. Let's see if they go for this Baron play. They have the damage from the Vi and the Fiora, but I don't know if they have the HV bars for it.
I think that was a beautiful play from MJ's team. I think Yvonne was toying with them a little bit too much, getting himself
kind
into the fray.
Of the dual-edged sword where you're talking about how, what is this Smolder doing here? It's like, what is this Smolder doing here? Well, how is he getting this kill? And then, what is this Smolder doing here? How is he getting killed?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Right after Ornn is TPing, gets to the E cancel by the Vi. It shouldn't be much. MJ is getting too hasty, I think, here. And, I mean, slowly, typical Oasis just very strong as well. He has 4-0-2 with the 400 gold bounty. Might not have as much stacks as Smolder. He himself is sitting at 175 only. Smolder on 263. But they're starting up this Baron, and they are spotted. TP is coming in from the Veigar. Ults are not up. Actually, ults are up. It's only the Seraphine ult that's not up. MJ finds Smolder. Let's see if he gets the ult up. He gets the ult, but he's not able to kill him. Let's see. It's honestly Pocketkeeper's time to shine. Pocketkeeper does go down, but takes the Smolder with him. Well, the diamond's getting gone off by P Fungi. Typical Asian. Oh, does miss the Q and will not be able to kill. Let's see if he flashes from this Nami. Looks like P Fungi really just he's just a geometry god in this game here. But one shot that does go over. You kill Yvonne, which kind of slows the stacking. But I just stopped the Baron. But honestly, pretty good play for blue team, except for this tier 2 loss. This you could have avoided. So another 700 gold going on to this Fiora, who's almost flame horizoning this Ornn.
Bond for the blue team. But at the same time, Baron is also up. It's going to be a question of priorities here.
$6K gold lead again for red team here. Again, it's a little negligible from now on because for every Ornn upgrade gets essentially a 1K gold, so they're technically up like 4K here.
Yep.
And then obviously you have smolder stacks as well. So as gold leads begin to matter less and less, actually more and more for blue team, less and less for red team. Oh, easy play, EQing in. Oh, big Seraphine ult onto the smolder, but they have no follow-up at all. Fiora does pick up a kill. The smolder stacks are burning on everyone. Let's see if he's able to get a single reset. Powerkeeper does get hit by smolder Q. Still go wishing flashes, but really good Vanguard cases just completely stop everyone. And they lived, but that was one smolder Q away from a pentakill.
Now the question is blue team looking to start pressuring this Baron? Fiora has no TP, isn't really able to go into the side and try to draw people to her like she might want to.
Yeah, also, the Dragon did go over to the J4 there, so they are on soul point in a second. Cloud Soul is honestly really good for their team.
MJ loses. Yeah, it's huge on Smolder and Nami. Ornn as well, to be honest.
Oh, even the J4. Wait, does it still give CDR? It still gives ult CDR, right?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. What can I check? Can I see this? Oh, it doesn't. Does Soul give CDR?
Yep.
I don't know. I
don't think so.
It's just movement speed. Okay. Oh, Fiora getting gone on. This should be a Baron start, but again, they don't really have the DPS for Baron if they weren't to start it. So Fiora or Jarvan AQ comes in. Good parry, but just not enough. 150 gold going over to the Smolder, and way too early on this push here. This team was not in position for anything. They were just starting to push top, just getting to mid lane, and they'll be able to rotate up.
Red team, the second that you see everybody is bought, you have to just be willing to immediately start up that Baron.
I think they're just scared that they don't really have any DPS for other than Levi, who's also the one taking it, right? You have lethality bars not doing that much damage. You have Vagar's not doing too much, and then obviously Seraphine's support. So Fiora is really their only Baron damage. Let's see if they blue team starts up.
You just have to try. You have to threaten it to get something.
Looks like they will just lose bot tier 2. Maybe their ward is still there. They haven't spotted it out just yet. So they are fully aware that the Baron's getting started. Double TP coming in, triple TP. Yvonne has no E actually. J4 EQs onto the Seraphine. Charm hits onto the Smolder. Full combo on the Smolder, but yeah, Yvonne just one-shots the Wise head off. Yvonne has no flash. Let's see if Fiora is able to catch up to him. Looking like a no. Varus' ult does go wide. Oh, the ult comes in. Varus does flash the Ornn, but doesn't matter. Looks like it will just be a cleanup. There's just not enough threat onto the Smolder. Yeah, Marvin really one shot.
But Seraphine did get an excellent ult through 4 people, but immediately died as soon as it hit, causing the charm to just cancel.
That charm does not work like the other stuns, where if you die, the CC does get completely negated. So maybe if you flash to survive a little bit, maybe you could have kept the charm going. But the Smolder execute just too much. Sherelda's coming in for the Smolder. Kind of interesting here. I don't really know if that's the new build. I don't know. The stats did get changed up, right? It doesn't scale off lethality anymore. It just does the armor pen and then the slows below 50% HP. So the slows are definitely helpful, especially with such low health bars. It's so easy to get them to 50% HP. But we'll see if it's enough to. get through like this Fiora armor, who really is the only one who has the armor. Pocket Keeper getting Ornn ulted here. Does get his charm onto the Smolder.
Hey, Seraphine
He's
ult.
tanking, but yeah, the QSS does come in. Marvin the Evil ults the Smolder. See if he's able to get the shut down. Flash comes out. Q comes out from the buy. Does take him down, but it is 2 for 1. Fiora's pushing top. I think he might need to back here. Veigar's back. It does get canceled a bunch of times, but is finally able to go through. Oh, he's not going for the 1v1 now that he's extremely low in HP. Fiora's
Fiora needs to reset here. She's pinging on the way to the. Wow.
Oh man, Fiora just.
They have the Baron minions.
Oh, let's see.
I feel like...
Oh, actually, catch onto the Lugos here. Veigar goes godlike. Can make forces in him? Fiora can maybe force
I'm just
in him.
wrong, I guess.
He doesn't know who backed, I guess, but I think he could definitely force in him through the Ornn. Obviously, he doesn't have the information that we have, that he's the only one that backed, but opts to go for the waves instead. Does not have the TP and drags up in 9 seconds, so I think they will just give it most likely for blue team because
timing, because MJ and the Smolder they're getting in at the same time.
It's true actually, but they are there. Pifanga is dead from 14. Has the TP. Angry Entity.
Seraphine ult still on cooldown.
Oh. Let's see if MJ is able to get this. Oh, wait, MJ didn't have ult up. And Cosmic Sun Fish, it's a huge flank onto their backline. It's a big knockup. It seems able to take anyone down. Looks like no one will go down until now. Smolder's here. And Duke Legion, let's see if he's able to carry this fight. Takes down the Ornn, but will go down, giving a shutdown over to the Smolder. MJ, the only one alive, maybe can dissuade them from doing this Baron, or doing this Dragon with the smite, but might just go down in the beginning of it. Yvonne knowing that he can't really secure it. Let's see if he's able to catch up. Actually opts to go to the right instead of over the wall. Gets a mini hop and will be taken down.
Over the wall there.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know why he went for the little right side jump there. He was just scared of the Smolder E, but it doesn't really matter.
Smolder can just start up the Drake here. This will be Soul.
Oh. It's a little unlucky.
How many
there.
stacks is this guy at now?
Oh god, definitely like 400 now. 372 almost.
Yeah.
There. A little miscommunication. I don't know what, but MJ, I think his team didn't realize he didn't have aura. He went for the combo, and when he's supposed to R, he didn't have aura, so he wasn't able to R. He rolled it down, flash R's forward, and completely whiffs because the holder just wasn't CC'd, right? So, kind of miscommunication there. Kind of missed flash, but Golden Diamonds on that play. But yeah, at this point, Smolder is so accelerated with the Cloud Soul as well. BT now completed. Probably will. It's very hard for him to be taken down.
Like this is pretty checkmate, unfortunately.
Yeah, looks like it will be a very tough game. There's still the gold lead, but again, the Ornn items coming in. I think 3 upgrades done so far, so more and more gold being pumped into this blue team, who are just ahead in gold technically, just with Ornn items.
I mean, you have at least 5k with your Smolder stacks, your Ornn items.
But Smolder's here. I don't know if he can do this. I mean, he definitely can't do this. Ult comes out, but yeah, looks like he will just be taken down.
I mean, unless red team is somehow able to weather the storm until Elder spawns, this is just completely over. And I don't think they are able to last that long. 5 minutes in this game state is a Herculean task.
Way too far. Charm hits, Violent hits, but again, no follow-up.
But the follow-up is
realistically, not there. The only damage is Fiora, and yeah, Ruthless Boulder will just clean up the entire fight. Lamar is just not able to do it now. Was he going to be able to kill one? No. Looks like he will just go down as well. Another 20 kill game from this Boulder, or from Yvonne on this Boulder. This time, much more scaling pick, but yeah, just had a really bad play mid lane and then into a really bad play top lane. Completely flipped over the game. Let's see if he goes for this Penta. Fiora is here. I think they go for it.
He doesn't give it.
It probably still counts, so he gets the kill.
He gets it!
He does get the Penta kill. Penta kill comes in to end the game. Seraph is probably one shot.
Whoa.
Always been with the sorry about your support. Unlucky.
Oh wait, oh yeah, that's right. That is drama from the last split. Golden Diamonds
What's the drama?
unable to pick up a win against his former teammate, captain, I should say.
Yeah, must say, lot of flack for me not playing as a Masters player. You know, Golden Diamonds, not playing like a Diamond player. Maybe might have to rename to Golden Emeralds. I'm not gonna lie there. Sorry, I just had to throw that
I
one
will
out
say,
there.
I thought the Golden Diamonds played pretty well. On
Nah,
the
yeah,
Seraphine,
I just want
really
to
good
pull
ult.
that one.
I know, it was there,
For his play
you have
yesterday.
you have to take it.
I do think at the end of their, sorry, I was a little bit in and out there on the second game for the cast, but I do think at the end it does come down to the lack of ability for the red side comp to really play in the 5v5. The Fiora wasn't really able to leverage herself into becoming a split push threat, and kind of found herself fighting in these 5v5 situations where she doesn't easily flourish.
Unfortunately, you're just looking to have this Fiora on side pulling, more than one person. And it really only happened once in the entire game. And when it happened, Red Team was not really able to capitalize and start trying to take that Baron, at least trying to get something from it. So it just doesn't really work out, unfortunately.
Standout performance from Yvonne's team, and what I expected to be a bit of a bloody series. I feel like Yvonne clearly puts himself head and shoulders above the rest of the league with this composition and this playstyle. We'll have to see how playoffs are going to go moving forward, how the Ascend group is going to go, but overall, great series from Yvonne's team. I think standout performances from, honestly, P Fungi for, holding himself mid and sort of carrying out the game during the later stages. I think it's pretty interesting that Cosmic 7 Fish was able to stay useful despite being down 130 CS, I believe. Fortunate Steven wasn't really able to, or Steven Angelo, I should say, wasn't really able to leverage his lead and play that sort of macro game that Red Side really needed to do with the draft. The Lucian, or not, I keep thinking it's Lucian because of the draft. Yeah, it is unfortunate they weren't able to close this game out. I do think, honestly, when you're looking at something like a Varus Vi or like a Fiora, I think that this team kind of lacks identity. It's probably good matchups individually, right? But like, what does this team want to do? Sure, you can have Fiora on the side lane, but like, what is your team fight? Like Vi engage, I guess, into like Varus Seraphine. It's probably not that bad, but I mean, look at the other team. You have Jarvan R, into Vel'Koz R, into Nami R, into Smolder R, into Orin R. The really great press R teamfight combos on the blue side that just, are I think compositionally much stronger in the team fight, and it showed in these later fights.
And the thing is, I think they drafted this kind of consciously understanding that was the case, and just hoping that they're able to, find enough of that early lead. And it really looks like they were going to be able to do it, and then suddenly they just, ran out of the gas. They were very close, but unfortunately just not able to, the last 10-15 minutes of that series just not going their way.
Close but no cigar.
I mean, it was just like I would just put it down to that top play, right? When Orin TP's mid, gets 2 kills, and then right after 2 people die, give over shutdowns to the Smolder specifically. Kind of just they had a 6k Goldie, and they kind of just went downhill from there. And after a point, the Goldie doesn't matter anymore. You have a Smolder that's stacking, you have an Orin that's giving them free gold. It just doesn't matter anymore. So overall, really good series for Yvonne's team. It's really hard to play, just like stylistically, I would say, for MJ's team against them. So valiant effort from them. We can look at the what you call it, the placements for now that we see here, and now Yvonne's team moves up to 2-0, 4-0 game score. Really, really strong start to the split here. MJ moves down to 1-1, along with Kyle, so they're kind of tied. And next round, you might still have a shot. What do you have to do? You have to beat.
No, I'm against Yvonne, but the thing is, MJ or Kyle end up going 2-1, right? So we're locked in lower group.
Yeah, you are locked into lower group. So wouldn't that? Oh, okay. I see what you mean now. Okay. You need someone to go 3-0, and you need that to be MJ.
Yeah.
Okay. Next round is locked into the lower group, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. So.
It's alright. We'll try to make.
Don't worry, we'll be seeing you there most likely. looking at things. Because I think actually no, Jericho and Skill played each other already, so it could. I don't know. Maybe we won't. We
I mean,
could
if you
make it. We
guys
could make a
2-0,
miracle run.
If you guys 2-0, there's a chance. I think.
Yeah. So obviously, what we were talking about earlier, the top two teams go on to the top two teams from each group go on to upper group. Bottom two teams go on to lower group. Same thing, single round robin, and those will be our playoff seeding. Week 3 matchups are up. They will be up soon. Once at least I'd say Tuesday or Wednesday. That will when they'll be up. Um, anything else? Before we end the stream here, it was a pretty dominant performance by Yvonne's team, who coming in, looks like one of the strongest teams in the tournament, right?
I think the strongest now. I'm not sure if there's a team that can really match them. I think Jung was on fire, but in the last game he played against my team, but I don't know. I don't really know how you shut down this Yvonne character.
Solution, or he's gonna run away with the split.
Now we must see.
Okay, guys,
He has a
our
very,
team will
very
beat
strong
him next
team.
week.
Yeah.
Wait, low-key, if my team beats him next week, I should just auto-promote to top 4, no? Like, that's a crazy feat.
I'll think about it. Low key, I'll think about it. If your
You
team
can get a
I'll
roll
think
or
about it.
something.
Yeah. You can get like a buy or something.
Somebody put up a bounty, bro.
Legit, bro.
Yeah, maybe just have in-game or out-of-game bounties, like in-game bounties. Oh, yeah, what is it? The roadside.
No, people have done that in the past.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah, I've had a bounty put up against my OLS team before.
That's funny. But yeah, the roadside wild dog moving up to first place. Yeah, honestly, nothing to say. Just that this team is just extremely well constructed and just extremely strong. Kind of just running away with the split so far. But also, it's only week 2. Like, unfortunately, we don't have that much time as we hoped that we usually have in previous splits, because how like scheduling works with Pitt this year. But this is still just week 2. There's still a lot of games to go. There's still another week of play, and then another full round robin, and then we get to playoffs. So there's still a lot of games to go. We might see cracks in Yvonne's armor soon. You know, maybe Nightshot will expose something, and then Yvonne's team just cannot win after that. After this mass exposition that Nightshot's gonna do.
We're cooking up, bro. We're cooking up in the lab.
But yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we end the stream here?
Nope, I think it was a great series. I mean, regardless, I mean, that game 2, we did see some of the strengths of MJ's team really shine, but I just think they really. I think being ahead in a League of Legends game has its like the people say like playing from ahead is easy. I don't really think so. Depending on your comp, like you really have to play perfectly to not throw, because one throw just completely.
Trust me, I know playing from ahead is hard. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's it has its own horrors, as one might say, and we saw that in this game too. So overall, I think MJ's team does still look pretty strong. I liked the draft ideas that they brought to the table in the second game. Not the first game, but the first game draft was pretty bad, but the second game I liked it. But I just think they need to play to their champion strengths a little bit more, and then maybe they can try to win against this behemoth of a team.
Behemoth is a very good term for this
Description.
End stream so I can watch VOD. Okay, we will. Thank you so much for casting with me, guys. Nigel, you want to say anything before we end the stream here?
Well, GG's to everybody involved. There were some great performances from all 10 players. Really, I felt like everybody had some great moments. So, a fun series to cast. GG's.
Oh, Nightshine?
Yeah, thanks, Regs, for having me. You know, make sure to support Reservoir Dogs throughout the split.
Yeah.
We'll try to make a low bracket run. And
Yeah. Somebody mute this guy.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And we'll see you this week for Week 3 games. Bye-bye.